Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is another new edition of what the hell is happening in the Premier League, as we are going to be looking at all the games, all 10 of them, just quick reactions to everything, even the ones that I've already done some reactions to, because that's another week done, people. We have finished another week. This was week 16 of the Premier League, as we move on to 17 and 18. You know what I mean, you know the jinx. Anyway, so let's talk about what actually happened in the game. So before we go in, if I do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Always the best way to support us here at the TFC. So let's talk about exactly what happened in the Premier League, because a lot of things really changed. A lot of things really showed a direction over where the league is going. Arsenal played Everton, it drew 0-0. Liverpool played Fulham, it ended 2-2. Newcastle played against Leicester, they thrashed the Leicester by 4-0. Then we also saw Wolves playing against Ipswich, it ended Wolves 1, Ipswich 2. Then Nottingham Forest beat Aston Villa by 2-1. We have Brighton also losing to Crystal Palace by 3-1. We also have Manchester United beating City at the Etihad by 2-1, and we have Chelsea beating Brentford by 2-1 as well, and 5-0 thumping, which led to a sacking. Tottenham Hotspurs left on Southampton. Then we also have a draw which finished yesterday, Bournemouth versus West Ham. Fabianski was the man of the match. The goalkeeper was the reason why this game ended a draw. So let's talk about everything that is happening. When I hear your thoughts in the comment section and what you think about all the games which were played and which game actually surprised you and excited you. Talk about Everton versus Arsenal. This was supposed to be, a routine win. Everton is a team that has lost to Chelsea. They've lost to United. And yet Arsenal could not find a way to win a game. For the first time, even the teams, even the supporters, the delusional supporters of Arsenal did not know how to defend Mikel Arteta and his men. This is a game which they should have taken advantage of and maybe move very, very close to Liverpool. But yet they drew the game. And it's crucial because now Chelsea has also moved. Chelsea are now in a position which they're showing that they're going somewhere. But the surprising part about this is that Martin Odegaard was the only guy who was trying in the game, yet Mikel Arteta took him out of the game so early. Some people are calling it a panic because they did not expect that from the manager. They thought he would allow and actually watch this game to the flourishing, but yet he made a decision and it costed them. The players they put, the Ranieri and all those ones that we've always been talking about, the super sub, could not do anything. This is a game which was played at the Emirates, and you cannot believe it that only Pickford had the 2 shots to save at Arsenal's home, and in the whole game, you cannot believe that Martinelli could not do anything, especially being marked by a 37 or 38-year-old Ashley Young. Everton were not interested in winning. Everton wanted to live with the points, and this was a game between the masters of corners. So it was Stoke City versus Stoke City. 4 corners for Everton, 9 corners for Arsenal, but they're all good at defending them, so they could not really help. The other reason why Arsenal have really managed to win with set pieces, but they could not do anything. So many free kicks that they got these 2 teams, but they were all left with nothing. They could not produce anything, so it's a problem now. Liverpool played against Fulham. Andy Robertson got a red card, but of course there are questions about the referees, because now as we sit down, as we listen to people, so many questions are being asked. Why did Diop not get a red card? Why did the guy who scored a goal, by the way, after stepping on Fabino's what's his name, Gravenberch's Achilles, not get a red card? That's Pereira. And Robertson getting a red card, it's believed that it was a mistake by the referee, by the way. This is not me, this is the rule books of the Premier League when it comes to red card. So I'm wondering if Liverpool are actually going to try by means to fight against this red card so that it can be overturned. I don't know. But one thing that was really, really amazing was how Arne Slot was able to change and set up the team to actually try to come back in the game. We saw Gravenberch dropping into a defense. helping the team from build from the defense. We saw the team playing in a different way. We had Dominic Soboslai running, playing for 4 men in this game. He was running everywhere. We also saw, what's his name, Jones doing what he does to try to help the team. Remember, this is a game that did not have McAllister, but they did everything. They fought. According to Fulham, they just could not believe that they were missing a man down, because it never felt like that. I can also talk about Robinson, the defender of Fulham. This guy was the game changer. He assisted 2 games. He was causing problems, yet in a battle with Mo Salah, they fought to the very end. It was amazing. Trust me, you should go rewatch some of the stats. It was amazing. But that was it, people. Gakpo scored an amazing header. Then Diogo Jota came back with an amazing goal. Another player who's back from an injury. Liverpool are starting to look lively again. But we'll see. This was a game which asked so many questions, but they did offer what they could give. Let's see what happens in this game, because now it puts us under pressure, because games are moving on as well. Then we have Newcastle versus Leicester. Leicester had not lost anything under Ruud van Nistelrooy, but they were opened up, they were thumped up by Newcastle, especially in the second half. They had no control. The goals we just scored, the way the game went on, 4 goals which they could not answer to. That's how the game was like, and that's how it ended. And Wolves lost to Ipswich. That's another team, another loss for Wolves, and it left to their manager Gary O'Neill getting sacked. He was sacked because, again, in a second game in a match, another player lost it, fighting his own teammates, and they had to be taken out by the securities. I'm talking about players, and that was a sign that this guy had lost his dressing room, and we have to agree that they had to sack the guy, because they have to try to find somehow, some way, direction of where this team is going. At the moment, we don't know what's going to happen next, but another player is suspended, another one has lost the captaincy, and another one started their war. Now they've lost the manager. We're being told they're about to sign a manager from the Saudi Arabia. We have to wait to see what happens on that game. Then Nottingham Forest played against Aston Villa. Aston Villa are in the European competition, but they are finding it so difficult to try and perform like they did last year. Maybe because of the players that they lost, but they also gained so many players though. But the Wolves also are just on a different level. This team is just amazing. This is a team that is making history in terms of how the games are being played. They lost to City, but they destroyed United. They beat Liverpool, and here, as you can see, they've just beaten Aston Villa. I don't know how many teams that they're going to beat as well. They lost to us now, I get it, but they are a good team. Then on the 15th of December, we had Bournemouth play against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has not been having confidence, but yet they are rising back in the game. You'll be surprised, of all the 4 goals which were scored, nothing Bournemouth did in this game. Gay scored himself an own goal. These 3 goals were scored by Crystal Palace players. So Bournemouth, what has happened to them? They've literally lost confidence. They don't look like the same team anymore. And we have to be worried about that, especially with the way the season is moving like. Then also Manchester City, in one of the worst games I've ever seen in the Premier League, as a main event, as an advert of the Premier League, lost to United by 2-1. If you're a United fan, you'd say otherwise, because of what Amad Diallo did in the last minute. It changed the whole entire mood of the game. And let us all be honest, if it wasn't because of Amad Diallo, we would be complaining about this game. He caused the penalty and he scored an amazing winning goal. That was an amazing winning goal, people. So that tells you everything about the game. It was full of surprises and a lot of changes, shifting turns and whatever you can never make sense of. But that's how they did it. They had to win it, and they won it. Chelsea won by 2-1. Brentford were defending so well, but Marco Correa opened the game. Then Nicolas Jackson scored the goal, which actually put Chelsea, in the position of moving 2 points behind Liverpool, 4 points ahead of us now. They are looking like they're actually the title favorites to challenge Liverpool this season. And I cannot wait to see what happens, because it's looking amazing. Of course, Brentford scored and Correa got a red card, I think it's a double yellow, so I don't know what's going to happen with that one, but that's where we are at the moment. Southampton played against Tottenham Hotspurs in a game which was crazy. Tottenham destroyed Southampton. 5 goals were scored in the first half, something we've never seen in the Premier League, and Tottenham couldn't have scored, but they decided to stop in the second half, and a lot of players showed that they're capable of doing amazing stuff. This led to the sacking of the manager of Southampton. At the moment, the intern coach is working from the academy helping the team, but at the moment we have to wait and see as they look for a replacement of a manager because they want to remain in the Premier League, but things are not looking good. Then now we move to the last game, Bournemouth versus West Ham, in a game which was the Monday night game. It had everything, fight and everything, but at the end of the day it finished 1-1. Bournemouth could not win the game because of Fabianski. The goalkeeper was just unbearable. They gave it that a penalty gave West Ham a goal. It was Paqueta. Then after that, in 2 minutes later, they went to score because it was in the last minute, and that's how the game finished 1-1 draw. So as we look, the league right now looks Liverpool on top with 36 points, Chelsea 34 points following, but Liverpool have a game in hand. Arsenal 30 points, Nottingham Forest 28 points, Man City 27, Bournemouth 25 points, Aston Villa 25 points, Fulham 24 points. Then we also have Brighton 24 points, number 9, Spurs with 23 points, number 10 we have Brentford with 23 points, Newcastle with 23 points, number 12 United with 22 points, West Ham with 19 points, Crystal Palace with 16, Everton with 15, then Leicester City with 14 points at number 17, then 18 it's Ipswich with 12 points, then 19 it's Wolves with 9 points. Lastly, the team that is holding the league is Southampton by 5 points. So this is what exactly the hell that happened in the Premier League. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Who surprised you the most? Who was the man of the match of the week? Who was the player of the week? For me, I have to say Ama Diallo. The way he took over that game, for me, is the man of the match of the week. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I've been your host, Sam. I'll see you on another one. Like the vid, subscribe. We are out. We'll see you on another edition of this week of the What the Hell Happened in the Premier League next week after the Premier League continues. Thank you. Like, subscribe. We are out. Peace. Subscribe.